Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to set up our family budget for the month of March. And today I am going to be working in Goodnotes 5 on my iPad Pro. This is the 12.9-inch iPad. And I'm going to be using my digital budget planner that I sell in my Etsy shop, Planning to Prosper. I do have a link to my shop as well as a link to the budget planner itself in the description box down below if you want to check it out. So I'm going to open this up. We have had quite a few changes for the month of March in our budget and kind of how we're managing our finances a little bit. So I definitely want to dive right in. I'm going to get started by setting up our monthly view. This is where I personally like to track bills more so than anything else. And the reason why I track my bills in the monthly view, I'm actually not super concerned with the timing of the bills per se. I just want to make sure that they actually come out, and I want to keep track of the amounts that are, drafted from our account, if they vary at all from what I had expected, because obviously that is going to impact our budget. And then I also like to use this little index on the side here to link to my monthly budget and all my other worksheets. So when you purchase this digital budget planner, you will also receive 42 inserts, which I'll be showing you guys here in just a second. They're the neutral version of the inserts. You'll receive those, and they work perfectly with this planner. So, and also with digital planning, you're gonna want to always have a tablet of some kind. I personally recommend and love the iPad. Any sort of iPad will do, really. And then you'll want a PDF annotation app, such as Goodnotes 5, Notability, Note Shelf, things like that. And then a stylus. And I of course like to use the Apple Pencil, and that is what I personally recommend. But I have plenty of customers who also use like Xoxo on an Android device or OneNote, things like that. So I just thought I'd mention that real quick because I know digital planning, I think, is gaining popularity. It seems like it's growing, but not too many people are super familiar with it. So I figured I'd go ahead and recap that real quick. So let's go ahead and get started by pulling up a digital sticker kit that we'll be using for the month of March. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my March Florals budget sticker kit. Now, when you purchase the digital budget planner from me, you also receive stickers, but they are neutral stickers, which actually I could even just show you those real quick. It's these ones right here. So you'll get tons of script stickers, and then you'll also get expense tracking stickers, some clip art, date dots, flags, bill due stickers, all that good stuff. Tons and tons and tons of script stickers. But I personally like to use the more decorative stuff, so I offer decorative options in my shop as well every single month. I'm actually going to be releasing April kits tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. That'll be all of my budget kits and planning kits for April, all April themed goodness there. So I'm gonna go ahead and split my screen by checking on this little window button here to open in a new window, and we'll get started. For setting up my monthly view, I'm gonna go ahead and just record my screen and throw some music on for you guys, and then kind of speed through this process, and then I'll come back and we'll set up the actual monthly budget together.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. Do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. More than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. So lucky, still can't believe you love me. Falling into your arms, dancing up in the stars. Oh, where I'd rather be than with you.
Okay, so now that we've got our monthly view all set up and ready to go, I decided to include a little inspirational quote, if you will, down in this corner. I wasn't too sure what I wanted to put there at first, but I decided to go ahead and add a quote. So I like how that turned out. And then as you can see, we're going to be setting up these pages here. There's not going to be a whole ton to do with them as far as, you know, filling them out other than the monthly budget. But I'll at least show you guys the trackers that I am planning to use, and this will probably create some questions for you, but I'll explain in just a second. So the one thing that I've been debating is sharing my business budget. Let me know if that is something that you feel you would find helpful. And if it is, that's something I can definitely film in the future, or I can share it maybe like this upcoming weekend. Just let me know in the comment section down below if that's something you want to see. So the first thing we're going to get started with is the monthly budget, and just, well, overall just pulling in all the inserts. I'm going to pull up my files over here. I've got all my inserts to the side. And again, you do receive all of these inserts. There, again, are 42 of them, the neutral version, but I'm using the ones that match the sticker kit that I have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to turn off my pen tool, and we'll go to the monthly budget page. And I'm actually going to use monthly budget 2. And I think I'm going to put it on this page over here. And you just kind of, you know, make it as big or small as you want it to be, get it to fit the page and everything. So there's that, super easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some lined paper on the other side over here, just to have some space to write if I need to put like random notes in or something like that. So that is how easy that is. And then I know on the next page I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did last month. I'm going to put my weekly check-in page over here. Again, we'll just kind of get it where I want it to be. That looks pretty good to me. And then I'm going to put a spending tracker over here, and that will be to track transactions for like groceries, household, things of that nature. So just kind of get that where I want that, and that works. And then I believe, what was I going to put next? I was going to do business budget, income savings, cash. Business budget, income savings, income savings. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, business budget. So we are still going to be in Q1. Here's the business budget. And then I like to pair that with the business expense tracker and taxes tracker. And I have it broken down by quarterly taxes. So again, I'm just going to kind of size that to where I want it to be. I think that looks good. And the business budget just has a spot for revenue, outgoing expenses, my month-end results, which include my revenue, total expenses, total taxes, and total take-home pay. One of my favorite things to do is rate the month. I have this on all of my budget sheets like my monthly budget and annual budget, business budget, things like that. And then here's the section where you can track your expenses and then track your taxes as well. So, and then the next thing I'm gonna put in is my income tracker. And actually I could probably just put my income tracker and my savings tracker on the same page, because why not? So there's my income tracker. And when you get these decorated inserts, you'll see there's different like washi at the top and everything, and they're colored. I just personally like to work with more decorative items, so that's why they appeal to me. And then here is the savings tracker that we can pair over here off to the side. And that's gonna be for tracking our emergency fund and our general savings tracker. And then actually, no, you know what? I am gonna put this on a separate page because I wanna put a transaction log there as well. So maybe I'll move this to the other side, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some more lined paper over here. It's what I like to do when I just like to put like one sheet on a page. I'll just put, you know, some lined paper or dot grid paper on the other page, and then that way I have spots for notes randomly here and there. And then we'll put the savings tracker, and I'm gonna do a transaction log because I'm almost gonna treat this like a sinking fund of sorts. So we're gonna have two different savings that we're tracking pretty closely, and that's gonna be our general savings account and our emergency fund. And I'll go into more detail on this here in a second. This is probably gonna be a longer budget video, just a heads up. And then we'll do the transaction log right there. And I doubt I'm gonna need a super large transaction log, but we'll have plenty of space because ideally there's not gonna be a whole lot of transactions coming out of there. And I wanna thank you guys, because you guys sharing your ideas with me and stuff helped my husband and I kind of figure out how we wanted to manage all of this, so thank you for that. And then I'm gonna put cash envelopes over here. And let's see, kind of make that a little wider. That works. And then we'll do some more lined paper. So that looks good to me. Okay, and I think that is everything. Let's open the link here and make sure. I've got my monthly budget, weekly check-in, business budget, income, savings, and cash envelopes. So perfect. I like to use the income tracker to track my like business income, just as a spot where I can kind of tally it all together. So let's go ahead and get started with the monthly budget. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close my inserts, and then I'm gonna flip this guy around because I feel like it's a little bit easier. A lot of people ask me how you can get a portrait planner, and honestly I think it's easiest to get, and this is just a personal thing, I can always add portrait planners to my shop. The one thing I don't like about portrait planners is the fact that you can only see one page at a time. But with like a landscape planner, you can easily flip your screen and then adjust the size of this, and then there you've got your portrait planner. So to me it's I don't know. But if portrait planners are in high enough demand, that is definitely something I can add to my shop. But for me personally, I personally like the landscape planners a little bit better. Okay, so we are planning the month of March, budgeting rather, for the month of March 2021. I get a lot of questions about the pen size I like to use. I like to use the medium in the 0.7. So just FYI on that. Our goals are going to be to de-stash planner items. I mean like a ton. A ton of stuff, you guys. So if you are not already following me on my Instagram de-stash account, I believe the de-stash account is just Planning to Prosper de-stash. Let me double check on that real quick. Let's see if it'll load. It's wanting to take its sweet time. Okay, and I don't have any, yeah, it's just planning. There we go. Planning to Prosper de-stash. all one word. I don't know if you guys can see that. Planning to prosper destash. So that is where you can find me for when I destash my planner items, because there's a ton, you guys. And then I want to make sure we get our taxes filed this month. And then we want to save at least $1,000 to our emergency fund. So those are our goals for the month. And that's what I like to use to gauge rating the month too, is not only just how much we were under or over or whatever it may be, but also our goals. So at the end of the month in my results video, you guys will see me rate the month and everything. Okay, so as far as income is concerned, we have our February income. And if you guys don't already know, I personally like to pay the current month's bills with the last month's income. I do that because I like knowing at the very start of the month exactly what we're looking at, and because our income is pretty variable. I have my salary, but my business income is super variable. It just makes it pretty much impossible, considering I'm a pretty new shop, and I can guess like at a minimum what I'll be bringing in with my business, but I'm still not able to give like a very accurate forecast on that, I feel like. So this is something I would honestly probably do even if I did have a really good idea. It's not at all like about like wanting to make sure bills are covered, because we do have a buffer in our checking account. It's more so to know to the penny like exactly what we're working with at the start of the month. And so this is everything I earned with my full-time job, with my business. And then if we were like under in certain categories, over in certain categories, it rolls into that income as well. So there's a lot that goes into that. But our total estimate, and really it's an actual, but because this number won't change, but it's $5,385.41. And I should mention too, whenever you're working with inserts, you'll want to make sure that the images is checked off. That way you can just move around your handwriting. If images is checked on, it's going to pick up the insert as well, which can get pretty frustrating. So, oh, and then I always forget this, miscellaneous as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and budget 0, because there's really no way to predict that. So those are our income sources. So at the bottom here, I'm gonna put in my estimate section, you guys can see, $5,385.41. And I can just use my little lasso to center that. I love the lasso tool. I kind of want to create a video just all about the lasso tool because I am obsessed. Okay, now for fixed expenses, let's go ahead and start listing those, shall we? Because yeah, this is gonna be a long video. I already know it. So we've got our mortgage, of course, as a fixed expense. The amount never changes for this. It's $1,563.28. Then we have our HOA. And because I've had an HOA before, I do know that amount does change, but usually just annually they will let you know if they're gonna increase it or not. They never decrease it. But anyways, I enjoy having an HOA because I like the work that they do, but sometimes I just am like, what are we paying for again? So anyways, so water and trash, I know the exact amount of that because I did receive the bill, so that's $89.93. And then we have CenturyLink. And that is $65. Then we have State Farm, which is my life insurance company. And that is $38.70. And then there's Safeco Auto, which is our auto insurance. And that is $67.95. We are down to one vehicle, so that expense has gone down quite a bit, pretty much cut in half, which is great. And then we have Southwest Gas, which pays for our gas stove, heating in our house, things like that. And I received the bill for that, so I know the exact amount is $26.21. Banner Life Insurance. State Farm is Andrews. I don't know if I said that was mine, but State Farm is Andrews, Banner Life is mine. Whoops. I don't know why that just jumped. So $22.22. And then we've got WW, which is Weight Watchers, and I'm on a promo with them, so I actually don't have a bill until April, so that is $0. And then for variable expenses, we've got our gym membership, which is, I'm guessing, $65 because we're paying a partial amount this month, and my husband put, I think, a smoothie on our account, so that's just a guesstimate. And then we have T-Mobile, which is our cell phone company, and I'm guessing that's $160. I feel that bill is like, or I feel like that bill is never ever the same. It always changes for some reason. And then we have APS, and I'm gonna guesstimate that that is $150. I like to try to overestimate my expenses and underestimate income, just because that I feel like creates an extra buffer and all that. And then we've got Hulu, which we just received a notice that that bill is going up, so I don't really know what it's going to be, but I'm gonna guess $25. And then we have grocery, and that is gonna be $500 for the month. And we've got a Costco budget. So this is new, you guys. My husband and I did decide to start going to Costco quarterly. And Costco is actually gonna be a cash envelope / sinking fund type of situation. So I'll explain that here in just a second. But we're gonna get a lot of things like meats and household items and all of that every 3 months, just stock up on like diapers and toilet paper and all the things that we typically like to get from Costco, and then the grocery budget monthly kind of makes up for the rest, and I'll break that all down for you guys here in just a second. So typically we would save $250 per month in cash for Costco. We're gonna do our quarterly run this month, and we have not saved for it previously. So what we did was we essentially just eliminated, if you will, our sinking funds. We put some of what was in our sinking funds balance towards our emergency fund, and then we kept some of it for things like Costco. So, and then beauty or haircuts and things like that. So I'll explain all of that when I'm filling my cash envelopes here in just a minute. So that's actually $750 for the month, or yeah, for this month, because we're gonna be spending $750 quarterly on Costco items. And our grocery bill, in theory, should be lower annually because of this, and I will explain all of that here in just a second. And then we've got gasoline, and we're gonna budget $100. That's been plenty for us because I work from home full time. My husband's a stay-at-home dad. Our daughter's school is right down the road. We can walk to it. So we really don't drive very often other than going to the gym or church and like my WW meetings, and we're really only filling up like once or twice a month. So 100 should be good. And then we've got eating out. And we are going to give ourselves 200 for eating out for the month. We like to eat out on Saturdays after church. That's kind of our eat out day, and then we usually like to get ice cream here and there as well. And then we have household. So household is going to be a pretty minimal amount. This is just for things that we want to get from Costco. Like for example, floss picks or a small pack of batteries or something like that. So we're just gonna do $50, and then our Costco budget is gonna make up for a lot of the rest of household items, because we do get a ton of household items from Costco. And then we've got Andrew's pocket money. Whoops. I don't like how I wrote that, so we will just erase. Is pocket money, and then my pocket money, and we're taking this out in cash as well now. And that's gonna be $60 each. Andrew is making a smoothie, so you guys might hear that in the background. He just got back from the gym a little bit ago. Hopefully it's not too loud. And then we've got Maddie's commission money. So this will be money that she earns from doing chores around the house. She's actually been asking us for opportunities to make some money, because she's definitely understanding more and more the value of money. So we want to take out bills in order to be able to pay her for that. And then we've got the general savings account. And so, oh, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name. There were a couple of you that mentioned doing, instead of sinking funds and having individual sinking funds, doing just a general, and I wrote sinking, so a general savings account. And that will be where like clothes comes out when we need it, or Christmas, or like auto repairs and things like that. So we took $1,500 from our sinking funds balance just to have it started for March, and then we're going to add another $500 to it. So we'll have $2,000 kind of just sitting off to the side. And that's gonna be, again, for anything like clothing, if we need to get a gift for someone one month, if we need to go get the girls new shoes, if we are, goodness, what else? If we need to get an oil change, just things like that. So it's just gonna be a general, like, kind of catch-all savings account. And then there are some things that we decided to continue to do sinking funds, sort of, but for cash, such as haircuts, because haircuts we like to pay in cash anyways. So to us that sort of made sense when I go get my lashes done, or my eyebrows done, or Andrew goes to the barber, whatever it is. We like to pay cash for those. So, and I have not decided still if I'm gonna continue getting lashes or not. That is still like very up in the air for me. Andrew and I talked about it. We both said like it shouldn't be an issue, but like, I don't know. I love the convenience of it. I love that I like barely have to do anything with my makeup. So I don't know if I'm willing to give it up yet. We will see. And then let's see. And then that brings me to haircuts. So, and I actually want to move this down one, and we'll put haircuts up here. Haircuts. And we're putting $100 towards haircuts because my daughter, my oldest daughter, needs a haircut. And then we like to put a little extra because it's pretty expensive for me to go get my hair done. And I honestly, guys, I think I might be getting rid of the light hair. I feel like the highlights sort of damaged my hair a lot. So I think next time I go to see Liz, I'm gonna probably get darker hair. So Liz, I don't know if you watch my videos, but I think I might be coming to you soon because my hair is kind of a mess, and it might just be the shampoo I'm using, I don't know, but it just feels drier than usual. So, okay. So those are our total variable expenses. So our total fixed for the month of March is $1985.24. Our total variable is $27.45. So our total going to our emergency fund at least will be $655.17. And I know our goal was to put at least 1,000. So to bridge that gap, we're hoping to be under budget on some things. Then, like I said, I'm gonna be destashing my planner stuff, and then hopefully if we file our taxes at the beginning of the month, I don't know, maybe it's wishful thinking, but maybe we'll, you know, get our tax return or something like that. So I'm just gonna double check my math actually just real quick and make sure, oops, and make sure that that is all accurate. So we'll do 5,385.41 minus 1985.24 minus 2745. So yeah, $655.17. So that is our monthly budget. Now, as far as what we are going to be tracking weekly, I'm just gonna go ahead and write in my categories right now, just so you guys know. So I'll be tracking grocery during my weekly check-ins, which go up every Thursday. This Thursday will be my week 4 and budget results for February, and my week 1 for March will be next Thursday. Just FYI there. And then I'll be tracking gasoline here. I'll be tracking household. I'll be tracking eating out. And I'll be tracking unbudgeted. And I'm so excited because as I'm like writing all this down, you guys, I feel like this may be it for us. Like as far as finding our sweet spot with our budget, I'm pretty excited about it. So let me kind of break down for you guys the whole grocery thing real quick. I'm gonna do that over here. So what we were previously spending on groceries, this is our previous budget, was $750 per month. So if you multiply that by 12 months, then that is $9,000. We also, and let me double check real quick and look at February and what we budgeted there for household items. So let's see, what did we budget? Oh, I was using sinking funds, so $125. So we'll just go off that number. I think there were some months where we put more, but we'll use $125. Household, $125 times 12 is $1,500. And then we also had a sinking fund for diapers. And I know we put $80 in there per month. So 80 times 12 was $960. So if you add all that together, I'll label that, plus $1,500 plus 9,000, that was $11,460. And then the way we're doing it now is we've got grocery, household, and Costco. Grocery, we're doing $500 per month. Not 75, whoops. And then we're doing $50 for household, and then $750 quarterly for Costco. So let's break that down. So that's $6,000 for grocery, $600 for household, and $3,000 for Costco. So that's $9,600. So you guys have seen us struggle in the past with groceries, right? So it might be a little confusing, like why are we so drastic? Because what difference is that? Let's see. So it's $11,460. Whoops. Hello, Steph. $11,460 minus $9,600. So it's a $1,860 difference, which if you divide that by 12, that's $155 less per month. So it might be confusing because it's like we would go over budget in the past, but I think in all honesty, yes, it's about the numbers, but also when I think of finances and like sticking to your budget, I think it's also about mindset. I think mindset is way more important, and I've heard Dave Ramsey say this too, like where it's behavior versus numbers. And for us, having like the big giant Costco hauls and having the meat stocked and everything is going to help us obviously on our weekly budget excursions stick to our budget more. And we have a whole breakdown of exactly what we are going to be purchasing from Costco to make sure we can stick to that $750 budget. And we have an idea, obviously it's going to take some trial and error, of exactly how much we need of like toilet paper and diapers and things like that to last us 3 months. but we get toilet paper, trash bags, dish soap, diapers, wipes, all these things from Costco. A lot of our meats from Costco. We really like their salmon, things like that. So stocking up on all those things every 3 months makes sense to us to just not give them up completely. And this was Andrew and I's like kind of compromise, because you guys, if you've seen my past budget videos, you know that Andrew loves Costco, and I had like a love-hate relationship, I'd say, with Costco. I love their products, I love the company, but the company was very good. My husband used to work there. But like it would just chew up so much of our budget. So giving ourselves $50 for like the random little things, like I need to go get hair ties for the girls, or we need to get floss picks, or we need to get like, you know, just something random, a hairbrush, whatever it might be, whatever we can't get from Costco. I like to get a lot of our cleaners from like the grocery store too. So we like to get like the Mrs. Meyer's brand, or like the Method brands and stuff like that. So, but we don't buy those that often. So, and then we've got like groceries, and that will pretty much take care of like milk and eggs and produce items and things like that. So this is the first month we're doing it. I'm not like gonna, you know, get all excited about it before we put it into practice or anything, but it makes sense. If you look at our spending history or spending habits, things like that, I actually crunched numbers, you guys. This is not like all coming from thin air. I crunched numbers. I looked at our past spending every single month from the past year. I looked at, and I looked at where was our money spent. Was it spent at a normal grocery store? Was it spent at Costco? Like what do we get? What do we buy? What do we use? And all that kind of stuff. So I have very good feelings about it. You guys will be here for the ride with me, but I did ask on Instagram if you guys were interested in seeing our quarterly Costco hauls, and a lot of you said that you were interested, so that's something I do plan on sharing on my channel. I think we're gonna go sometime later this week to do all that, which brings me to the cash envelopes. So let me go ahead and pull up my notes over here for cash so that we can fill that out together. So those are the categories again that I'm going to be tracking using my spending tracker right here. My business budget, again, I'm not going to fill it out in this video, but if you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely, you know, let me know. I'd be more than happy to share. I'm an open book, as you guys know, so, but I'm just not sure how many people are interested in that. And then again, the income tracker, I'm going to use to track any like variable income, business income essentially, or even miscellaneous will go here. And then my savings tracker, I'm going to again be tracking our general savings. And I'm going to be tracking our emergency fund. And really, there should just be additions to the emergency fund. So, but that'll allow me to track that there. So as you can see, tons more spaces. I'm only using 2, but that's okay. And I'll use my transaction log to like track all of that. And then for cash envelopes, this is what I love about this tracker, is it really breaks down for me how many denominations I need of things and all of that. So I wanted to show you guys kind of how I would fill this out. So I'm going to be taking my cash envelopes out monthly, but there is a section for bi-weekly as well as weekly if it's a 4-week month or 5-week month, so you can kind of break that down right there. But our categories for our cash are going to be Costco and haircuts and I'm just gonna lump pocket money together, pocket money, and then Maddie's commission. And so the monthly amount that we're taking out for March for Costco is $750. However, again, that is gonna go down to $250 per month. And then on the 3rd month, we'll take the $750 and go do our big haul. For haircuts, we did 100. For pocket money, we're doing 120, so $60 each. And for Maddie's commission, we're doing 25. So Costco, we're doing $7.50. Oh, and we can total this up. That's what I meant to do up here. I was like, I am forgetting something. What am I forgetting? So let's total that up real quick. So $7.50 plus 100 plus 120 plus 25 is $9.95 for the month. So now we know that. So then we've got haircuts right here. And we'll do 100 for that. Pocket money. And that's 120. And then Maddie's commission. And that is 25. And then right over to the right, you can put your cash breakdown. So I know for Costco, we are gonna do 7 100s and 150. For the haircuts, we are gonna do 3 20s, 2 10s, and 4 5s. 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. That way, if we're doing like tips and things like that, we will have the correct denominations for that. For our pocket money, we're just going to be doing 20s, so 6 of those. And then for Maddie's commission, we're just doing single dollar bills, and that's 25. So then you can kind of put down here what the total bill count is. So 25 1s, 4 5s, 2 10s, 9 20s, 1 50, and 7 5s, and you can double check your math. So there's 50, 25, that's 20, that's 20, that's, oh, whoops, not 60, that is 180, 20 times 9. Let me double check that just in case, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, 180. So then you can add it up, say 50 plus 700 plus 20 plus 20 plus 25, and your number should match the number in the monthly amount right here. So what's really cool is you can take a screenshot of this and you can just save it to your phone or whatever. And you can take this with you to the bank. I know that's been something I've done in the past, is bringing down my cash breakdown to the bank and everything. And I used to do like a piece of paper or whatever. Now it's really nice just having it pulled up on my device, and I don't have to worry about losing my piece of paper or whatever it may be. So that's just a good worksheet to use to like break down exactly, you know, what cash you need. So I've got all my cash laying right up here for you guys, and we're gonna stuff some cash envelopes now together. Longest budget video ever, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. There's a lot of changes this month, so I just wanna be thorough in explaining everything to you guys and like how we're doing things now, because it's quite different, but a lot of thought went into this. So now we've got our March budget all set up, ready to go. So I'm gonna set my iPad off to the side. And by the way, I do also sell printables in my Etsy shop, so I like to do my rough budget on a printable, and this is just a very neutral like printable, nothing too crazy or special about it. I haven't really considered doing the decorative stuff as printables, but if I get enough requests for that, that's something I can definitely add as well. But these are available up in the shop right now. It's only 15 bucks for all 42 or 40, because the lined paper and dot grid paper aren't included. Unless you want them to be, then I'll put them in there, but I didn't think you'd need that. There are 40 sheets all together that you can get, and you can reuse this over and over and over and over again. And I like to just print this out and create my like rough budget and stuff. So just thought I'd mention that, and that's in the printables section of my shop. So to stuff our cash envelopes today, I've got this little guy right here. And I also have my little purse. My Vera Bradley is making a comeback. I absolutely love this purse. I've been into kind of minimizing things and simplifying things, and I love this because it's so tiny, but it's very organized. It's very easy to have everything you need in one spot. And I love that it's also a crossover. That is the type of purse that I like to carry. So in this front pocket here, I just put my keys and my chapstick and some extra, like, you know, hair ties and things like that. And then back here I've got a lot of like gift certificates and things like that, just random stuff. And then in the main section here, I have, of course, my debit cards and everything, and my driver's license. I have my cash dividers. And then I also have like all my insurance cards and all that good stuff in here. So I really like this purse because when you open it up, you can get access to the cash like super easily. And so I am gonna put all of the Costco money in here now because we're gonna be going in just a couple of days and I'm not going anywhere. So I'm gonna do that. And then we'll put pocket money and commission, stuff like that. So I've got different dividers for all of those. The reason why I have this is because I'm obviously not going to be carrying all of this cash on me all the time. So this is just a really simple little pouch, and this is from the Etsy shop A Time for Everything. That's also where I purchased these dividers. I did create my own labels. I have this Brother label maker that I can use clear tape with, and I love it. So I did create my own labels this time around, but she also does sell the labels in her shop. So, yeah, so I can put like the $2.50 for Costco in here and let that build up, put haircuts in here. The idea is that if I don't need the money, it'll just sit in here, but when I need it, I can put it in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and fill the Costco first. That'll be super easy because I just have $100 bills, and hopefully my camera will focus. There it goes. Okay, so for Costco, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 750. So again, I'm gonna just put that all in my purse right now because we're gonna be going there, I think, in the next couple days, if not later today, possibly even. So that is that. Haircuts, I'm not gonna put anything in there right now because I don't need it quite yet. I am gonna go get my lashes done next Thursday though. So I wonder if I should just put that in there for now. I know that I need 65. So here, we're gonna do this. Let's do this first. Let's do pocket money first, actually. So 20, 40, and 60 is for Andrew. So I'll just give that to him. And then 20, 40, and 60 is for me. And I will put that in my purse. And if this starts to build up again, I'll just put it in this little pouch. And we can keep this little pouch in our safe in our house where it's nice and cozy. And that'll be good. But I'm gonna just put my pocket money in my purse for now. I do have a commission section in my purse. I don't see myself using that a ton unless I just don't want to like go into the safe to get her commission money. So I think that I might split it actually. So I might just put, I've got all these singles for Maddie. So I'm just gonna put like $10 in my purse and then I'll put the rest in the little pouch here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 of that will go into commission. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 will go into this little pouch. So as I need more commission money for her, I can just grab it out of the safe. So I'm just gonna put this behind the commission tab in my little pouch here. And again, I've got the same tabs: Costco, haircuts, pocket money, and commissions. So, and then what I should have left is gonna be for beauty. So I know 100 we took from our sinking funds from February because I wanted to have a little bit of a buildup in there. So 100 of that is going to go into haircuts in here. So there should be 200 altogether actually. But again, 200 or 100 of it was from our sinking funds for last month. So I'm gonna put 65, 20, 40, 60, 65 into haircuts for my lashes, because I believe I go next Thursday for those, so I know I'll forget. So I'm just gonna put that in there. And then that leaves us with 20, 25, 30, 35. So 135 will be remaining in here. And then we need to, like I said, go take Maddie for a haircut, so we'll just take that out of our little pouch when the time comes for that. But then that is all set to go, so that's where the money that is like building will stay. And then I've got my money for my purse for when we go to Costco. I've got my lash money in there. I've got my pocket money in there, and then a little bit of commission money for Maddie so that I have like easier access to that. So that is the purse I'm currently using in the cash envelope system that I am using. And we've got this for Andrew. I need to like not forget that. I'm gonna put that right on my laptop right there so I don't forget. So you guys, I know this was a lot. This was a very long, extensive video, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, we are doing things so differently, but I feel so good about this system. I feel like it's a perfect like hybrid system of everything we've been doing. And it took a lot of conversations, it took a lot of research, a lot of crunching numbers to figure all this out. But I feel awesome about this, you guys. I feel really good about it. So let me know if you have any questions for me down below. Let me know what your financial goals are for March. I would love to know that as well. And then if you enjoyed this video, of course, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all my future videos and all the crazy life journey moments that we go through. It's kind of crazy over here, you guys, but I like to, you know, keep y'all guessing, I guess. I don't know, keep myself guessing. We like to have fun. We're constantly learning. We're constantly evolving over here. It's a fun time. So with that, I will end this video and say goodbye. Thanks so much for watching, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.